What's up, everybody? My name is Brad Hart. We are getting into it. Today is starting to be summer. We just came back from San Diego. It was a little cold there. Just came back to Phoenix to a 2-mile run in the middle of the day, over 100 degrees. I survived. It helped to go on a cold plunge for 38 degrees first. Chris, you're back in New Zealand. What's Auckland like? Is it cold yet?
It's cold. It's rained once since I've been back here in a week. Yeah, it's sunny out actually at the moment, which is kind of nice. It's good to come back to some sun instead of the rain that they've had for the last 3 months while I've been away.
I love it, brother. Well, I'm stoked to be back. I am going to be in town here for the next 11 weeks. I don't go anywhere till September, so pretty excited about that.
Wow.
That just means we can, keep our heads down and crank and, work with clients and kick ass. We just announced 2 amazing trainings with our Build a Mastermind group. One on all I've been learning from being a part of top masterminds. That's 100M, which Dan was so graciously invited me to. Starting soon. I've been in it before, and he told me he wants me in it again. That's 100K your mastermind for elite folks that are doing like real estate and big deals in e-com and just heavy hitters. They're typically doing 8 figures. Then Flight Club, which is my favorite mastermind that I'm a part of. It's been 3 years now. We just enrolled for a 3rd year and been learning a ton from that experience. We just got crowned. Jasmine and I got crowned as Captain Connection. So there's a captain contribution in the mastermind, which is like whoever gave the most value. Captain Connection is once a year instead of every quarter, and it's who made the most referrals. So obviously Jasmine and I won that. I mean, come on, that's like right up.
That's a pretty no-brainer.
Yeah, that's pretty no-brainer. So yeah, we won that. That's pretty fun. I'll be sharing about that. I'll be sharing about Genius Network. I'll be sharing about all the top masterminds, what's working right now, what people are doing, why people are joining certain masterminds versus others. Do you need to join more than one? I'll kind of give my thoughts on that after joining 7 at one point in the same year. Then on and on. The other thing that's top of mind is fucking AI, man. AI is starting to get crazy. I had this 90-minute conversation. It felt like it went by in 5 minutes at lunch with a guy named Nathaniel, who is doing a lot of AI builds for giant companies like Walmart, Nike, and all these different companies. So it's about to slap the human race in the face. AI is going to change the way we do everything. I mean, have you really played around with it and see what it can do, Chris, or are you still kind of
just with ChatGPT? I kind of have looked a little bit at some of the imaging stuff, but I mean, I've watched some videos and stuff on AI, but yeah, it looks crazy. It looks like, yeah, if you use it right, it helps tremendously. I mean, I know as soon as I found out about ChatGPT, started using that a lot to help hone in my content to make it sound like I'm not just talking to the screen.
Yeah, we've been learning some insane stuff from some of my friends, from like Phil Sane, Glenn, Sean Vosler, Stefan Georgi, Roland Frazier, a bunch of other people. I've just been kind of collecting it all on a board and just like kind of parsing through it, playing around with it, making it my own, coming up with our own processes. And we're teaching these to our mastermind members. So some of the things we're going to learn about in the next couple of weeks is how to make super prompts designed by the machine to extract the best possible outputs, writing scintillating copy that converts in seconds, not hours or days. The top 30 questions, shout out to Mike on this one, that you must answer in your business to train your AI so it can create anything you want like a magic genie. I want a sales page, done. I want a website, done. I want copy, done. I want a 10 email series, done. I want to launch my event, done. Like right away, wow. You just train it once, you get these questions done, and you rock and roll. And this is, again, hats tip to Mike. It's a huge breakthrough. That's Mike Philsame. He runs groove.ai. Go check that out. It's launching soon. How do you get to market with your ideas faster without having to spend hours on the nitty gritty detail work? Like I teach market research. It's changed both of our lives. It's the first thing we do. But what if you could do your market research in a heck of a lot less time? Now, it's not a replacement for going out and talking to real people. The AI only knows what it knows, right? And it doesn't always mean it's right, but it can give you a lot of the little basic points. And I think the biggest thing, I'll go through the rest of these in a second, the biggest thing it can do is it can get you in the game faster. Because we're basically running an experiment. We're saying to the world, hey, this is my best hypothesis that I want to test. And usually you would start with market research and then build it. That's what we teach people. AI helps you shortcut some of that process by helping you get a baseline established almost immediately. So you can go out and test that, spend some money on ads, test the languaging out with people, write some content, get it out there in the world, and just see how it does. And just like whether you thought it up and it took all that time to do that and all that creativity to do that, or use AI, it's a baseline, right? You can improve upon it. You can see what works, what doesn't. You can double down on what works and scale that versus what doesn't. So this might cut out 80 to 90% of the work, and it's only going to get faster. I mean, I'm seeing AI edit and copy code from the internet. It'll go through custom code line by line, tell you what it all means. It'll find malicious code. It'll help you figure out what's challenging or difficult in the code that you might want to take another look at. And if it doesn't know something in the code, or if it doesn't know something about what it's researching or studying, ChatGPT-4 will actually go on the internet and find the answer. You just leave it running in the background for like hours. And we did this to audit smart contracts because it's like, why should I have to learn how to do Python and Solidity just to interact with the smart contract? And that was the biggest question we were getting with the crypto course. So I know I'm jumping around here, but these are all the use cases for what you can do right now with AI. Pretty crazy. So just really getting your ideas to market faster is the biggest, I believe, benefit. It's not a replacement for using your noggin or doing the work or talking to people. But if you want to write some website copy, design, images, and you don't want to hire a bunch of agencies, you can start with AI, and it'll probably generate something halfway decent that you have a baseline that you can then test and tweak and go from there. Other things we learn about, we're going to teach some more, is like repurposing your content, FAQs, timestamps, increasing conversions, transcribing any of your content, feeding it into the AI, telling it, okay, this is the content. Now make this, make that, make the other thing. It used to take hours of manual labor. Now it takes seconds, right? So really all this, what this allows you to do is build your mastermind or your high ticket offer with a lot less headaches and a lot more success and a lot less time. And I can still help you dial in the bits and pieces, but getting it off the ground is going to be faster than ever. There's still the mindset stuff. You're still a human being. You're still going to have fears about selling, marketing, etc. But this is really the one tool, I believe, that will change the world more so than anything else I've seen in 10 years of internet marketing. So that's pretty cool. These are live trainings. If you're interested in being a part of this, build a mastermind. We're always updating the content. We're always teaching new cool stuff like this. I go out there into the world. I join the masterminds. I learn from the best, and I bring it to you. So you can come on over to buildamastermind.com/schedule-now. That's buildamastermind.com/schedule-now. And you can jump on one of our calendars and we can chat with you and see if it's a great fit. And if you join us, you get access to not only all the trainings we do in the future, but all the trainings we've done for the last 5 years. There's over 200 hours of content back there. We do hot seats every week. We really dial it in and customize your journey. So wherever you're at, wherever you're looking to go, whether you're a total beginner or you're trying to just shift positions from having done this for years, or you want to scale your business, exit your business. I mean, I don't really care if you call it a mastermind or not. We're talking about leverage group programs. We're talking about more income and more impact in less time by serving more clients. I have a friend, I won't say his name just because he's fallen on hard times here and I don't want to blow him up, but runs a really successful agency. He just lost his biggest client, $90,000 a month in revenue, one client. So that, means he's got to lay off staff. That means he's got to downsize, right size his company, whatever you want to call it. And it really comes down to concentration risk. One of the reasons I love this model and eventually want to build products and services that scale to even more people, such as SaaS and individual products, is you lose one client and it's a real serious hit. Masterminds are better than one-on-one clients, but like when you run an agency and you have like 10 clients, or maybe one client takes up half of your revenue, you can be in really bad shape if they leave. So that's one of the things that I think masterminds help you to alleviate, is that concentration risk when you're building a business. Anyway, so I could go on and on about this, but I want to make sure you guys knew that. Chris, first thoughts here. What are you thinking?
I got on the AI board just with ChatGPT back when it first kind of got well known and everybody started talking about it, and it's amazing. Like I love using the AI stuff. I use it all the time. I was using it yesterday to help me create stuff. When my mind isn't creative, it'll give me ideas even of stuff. Like I can literally just put in, like, if I'm taking my fitness mastermind, I can literally be like, write me a post or give me an idea of a post for how to do push-ups. And then I can go through and edit it and tweak it and make it my own. And then I can have it edited again so it actually sounds halfway decent.
Yeah. There you go.
It's great as an editing tool. It's great as a creator. It's great. I think AI is definitely, from my law enforcement background, I get a little bit scared with it if it isn't regulated right. But at the same time, when it comes to business and it comes to making money and helping people and impacting the world, you can't go wrong with it.
Yeah, and that's such an important point you just underscored there. Is like this thing is leveling the playing field faster than anything else I've ever seen.
Hmm.
The ability for an individual or a team of humans to compete with this or not use it, it's not even a question. You have to use it, right? It's like if you're at war and everybody's got guns and you're running around with a bayonet, no gun, like you're at a distinct disadvantage.
Yeah, you look at the world leading powers. What do they have? They have nukes. Nobody wants to press the red button, so they sit there and tiptoe around each other.
I wonder
100
what
years
color
ago,
the actual button is. That would be interesting now.
watch, it'll be like blue or something.
Yeah.
But you look 100 years ago, and they just start invading each other and start attacking each other and war was so much more prevalent with big powers. Same thing with AI. It's leveling the playing field where everybody has to, they can all use it for that. And they now have to bring their actual mad skills. They actually have to prove themselves.
I've been saying this privately for years amongst my friends and the folks that I know in the internet marketing industry. And I've hung out with all of them, on most levels. Like I'm pretty well networked in this industry. I think we got 3 to 5 years at this point before this industry is like completely consolidated. It'll be really hard to break into. The only things that'll win and maybe sustain for longer are the ability to, create these communities with individuals and groups that are like one-to-one, belly to belly. There's no way an AI can replace that right now, but hell, we don't know what's going to happen in the future. Like the stuff I'm seeing is blowing my mind. So I just want to make sure you all are on board with that you all understand that that's happening, and really just, prepare yourself for it. Find out. I don't care if it's from us or not. I'd love for it to be with us if it's a good fit. But get on board with this, because to ignore it is just suicidal. If you're just getting into this industry, this is the way you should learn from scratch. If you've been in the industry a while and you're looking for a refresh, you could do it faster than ever before. I mean, literally with some of these prompts, we can launch an entire business in an hour.
Yeah.
We're just like ready to go. We could be online selling something in an hour or two. It's wild. It used to take weeks and months to build all this stuff. So that's I think that's enough to say about that. How was the motorcycle trip, Chris?
I don't know, Brad. You were a participant on it. Why don't you tell us?
It's fantastic. You asked for a video testimonial. Chris did an incredible job. Boss Chris, that's his better half. The hotels were super fun. The places we visited were great. Got to see some beautiful national treasures, landmarks. The group was really fun, cohesive. We had a blast. The bikes held up. We didn't have any major catastrophes with the bikes. Everybody's fell over but mine and Brendan. So shout out to us with the 2 Harley boys. We had our Betty and Bessie, our Harley heritages, which suck if you want to find neutral. We literally did not use neutral the entire trip. But as far as keeping them upright, shiny side up, we did a great job, which, I was catching a lot of guff before this trip.
You were.
About that. I'm just going to point out. And I held up. So that was fun.
You did great, Brad.
It was great meeting Kyle, your uncle. It was awesome meeting him. He's a lot of fun. And just spending time with everybody, and I would do it again. 10 out of 10. It was awesome. The only distinction I might make in the future, what do we say? We want to just have, if it's a longer trip, have like a day of like no riding or downtime would be cool. If it's like a week, maybe one of those days you just chill in a particular location, see the city, do whatever you do. We're just not riding. We kind of break it up a little bit. If we're going to do like a longer trip, like 2 weeks, maybe we have a couple of days downtime.
Yeah.
Like we're thinking about doing, what was it? Seattle down to San Francisco.
Pacific Coast Highway. Yeah, we're looking at Pacific Coast Highway.
That'd be awesome to chill out in like San Francisco when you get there for a day, LA when you get there for a day, and kind of end up in San Diego would be perfect. So that would be fun. I don't think we have to go all the way to Mexico to prove a point, but
no, I don't think we do. But hey, there might be just that thing to just we can see it, turn around, and go back.
Yeah, that was my other question. Are we able to rent bikes in one location, drop them off in another location? I think
that's something I've got to look into. I was thinking about it. Actually, I was laying in bed last night thinking about it. Around that, if we can do that, I'm pretty sure you can. Obviously, like you say, what can money solve this problem? I'm sure money can solve that problem.
I mean, heck, you bought bikes. You could buy 5 bikes and just sell them when we get there. I mean, that might be a little more work, but you work out the deal ahead of time.
Yeah, exactly. No, it was great. I loved it. I enjoyed it. I learned a lot from it. Just on the different event side. Kristen and I talked about it a lot. She sat there and watched me and she's like, why are you stressing about that? Like, but she's been doing this for 20 years. So, but no, it was great. It was good to take you guys. We had a lot of really good conversations, which was the whole point of the trip. Every night we were masterminding, even in the mornings we were masterminding while we were, doing fitness and we are doing different stuff. And some real good like content and learnings from all the different group we had people from myself to a cousin of mine. It turns out, he touched base with me and we're third cousins. He's a border patrol officer. He was with us. So we're having conversations with him, with Kyle, who's an actor, with Brad, with Brandon, with Kristen, all of us. And we're all bringing different stuff to it. So it was really, it was exactly what I had planned on the conversations being like, which was perfect.
Yeah,
I feel like really everybody walked away more recharged.
Yeah, I love the size of it too. I get that you wanted to have more people. That's fine. But we went by some bigger groups and it just felt like it was a cluster, right? It just, there was like 15, 20 person groups with chase cars and just this whole thing. And like, we were a little more nimble as a result. We could do more stuff. We had more fun. It wasn't just like staying in formation the whole time. We were able to like, mess around a little bit, not unsafe. We were having fun, but safety first, obviously. And it was a great trip. I couldn't think of anything to do better except for maybe one down day would be perfect. Yeah.
A little bit more time. Now, Chris and I talked about that as well. Just a little bit more downtime and places. And just a few like, the backtracking stuff. And I mean, it was the first official lean into it motorcycle mastermind. So
pretty great.
I went down without a treat, no injuries, lots of fun, lots of recharging, and lots of growing. So there you go.
It was beautiful, man. You did a great job, and so did Chris. So pass that along to her, please. All right, great. So with regard to mastermind stuff, I think we gave a good update. We talked about AI. We're doing a fun little. Well, okay. I want to give a shout out to one of my dear friends, Akshay. He's one of my best friends here in Phoenix. He has been planning this 111-day crossing of Antarctica solo. He's already lost 2 fingers training. He's committed to this thing, right? And he just got word that the permits are approved to do the crossing solo, which has never been granted before, to my knowledge, from ALE, which is the Antarctic logistical expeditions, whatever it is, like the people that are in charge of that. So it's a go. And it was between him and one other dude that wanted to do it, but the other dude didn't get it. So Akshay is a go for that. That's very exciting. When he completes this journey, he will have diminished his weight somewhat, both on the sled and
a little bit.
He will have broken 4 world records. It'll be unlike anything anybody's ever attempted in our Antarctica. Many people have failed. He's completely solo. He's 48 to 72 hours from any kind of help, assuming the weather cooperates. And he's going to have to melt his own water and carry all his own food and create a special formulation of fat food to like keep him going and get enough calories for the weight, because it's just wild little things like this. Like, you don't know, like the weight is such a big deal. Like you got to cut your toothbrush down to a nub and you got to like take all the tags off all your clothes and you got to make sure that
every gram
or, is important. So he can't carry any carbs or protein really. I mean, some protein just because so his muscles don't completely degenerate, but it's actually way more weight efficient to carry fat because it's 9 calories per gram versus 4 calories per gram, which is pretty wild. So like little things like that, I've been learning about the trip and it's just really fun. So they're doing a documentary about it. It's going to be a big deal. And I wouldn't be shocked to see this guy on Rogan and a bunch of big outlets once he's completed it. And I'm just excited to be his friend and watch him through this journey. So
it's too bad. I was hoping that I'd be able to meet him when I was there in Phoenix and that, but never worked out.
Yeah, we'll make it work, man. You're welcome anytime. You know that.
Yeah. No, I mean, when I was there this last time, it was he just wasn't there.
He had just come back from Norway. He was over there filming and training and doing all that. So big shout out to Akshay. Thank you, Akshay, for being an awesome human. What else? I think that's it for me for now. Any other updates?
No updates. We don't seem to have any questions or anything. No real updates going on. It's good to see you again. It's been a couple of weeks.
Same, yeah.
Good to see everybody else. And
it's great to have you all here at Masterminds for Entrepreneurs. If you're looking to really get your mastermind kicked butt, we help you fill, scale, and launch it in the Build a Mastermind program. That's BAMFAM for short. You can go on over to BAM, which is the buildmastermind.com/schedule-now. and we can chat about it. If it's a great fit, we'll explain how it works and how that everything, and hopefully get you into the community again. One thing we do, which I'll mention as well, that I don't think a lot of other communities do, is we make it a lifetime. It's not like an ongoing thing you got to pay for. You're in it once. As long as you're paid up, you can stay in as long as you want. And, any content we create in the future, you get that. You can stay in the community for as long as you want. We're here to support you, connect you to network, connect you to continue opportunities, hot seats every week. I mean, Chris has been in for 5 years. You're still jumping on for hot seats. We just prioritize the people who are in their first 8 months. So it's a pretty good deal. All right. Anyway, that's where we're at. And thank you all, and have a beautiful rest of your day. Take care.
Have a beautiful day, guys.